Playing the music.
And indulging.
Stalling, I think.
You know you're stalling when you've looped the music.
Well, it doesn't loop for me. It goes to the next song.
Oh.
That's why I gotta be careful. That's happening.
Oh man.
Revolution.
You're going to Sakai. You excited?
Well, after the last time looking at the map, no, I'm not. I don't like Fog of War. That's how I lose people very quickly. Remember the first Fog of War in the last game? I lost quite a few people that way.
You'll be fine. Just, pray everyone has natural night vision.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna go live. I'm instead gonna make a community post and plug your stream. Hope I spelled that right. It's AE. Oops. So what are you thinking? Talk us through it.
Well, the goal is to survive and not die a horrible, horrible death.
Well, as somebody on the outside of a looking glass here, who are your main breadwinners, right? Like, how are you thinking about this in terms of like fronts, leaders, etc.?
The usual. Rely on my big tank guys and magic, or my snipers. Carry me through.
Now, food for thought. There is an arena on the map, there's a village on the map, there's also an armor and a shop, I'm pretty sure.
Arena, armory.
So now, all of that's optional. I don't remember what the village gives. I think it gives Tiana staff, but I'm not quite sure. I would recommend visiting it regardless, and that's all down south. Okay, so no shop, but yeah, armory and arena. So you can make bank, you can make hell experience. There's a lot of risk involved. And notice a ballista.
Yeah,
I didn't even notice the other village either.
I think I remember the ballista last time. My favorite. It was the one that we didn't want to go right. We just went.
Yeah, I mean, you can go either direction. This map isn't the one that's like massacre, if you go right, is chapter 21. Like, you can definitely split paths, sources, and like things will be better once you do your first usage of reinforcement. But it's definitely one of those where you don't necessarily want to spread as thin as you can from the start, especially considering it's Project Ember. But given the villages, you don't necessarily want to go too slow lest they get annihilated. Oh, you got this. You have all your items you need. How I was saying, you'll be fine.
He's but a boy, but he's been kicking your ass the entire time. Or let me rephrase that. He's hidden by people that's been kicking your ass the entire time.
Hey, he knows how to recruit them, that's for sure.
She's a nice lady.
And she knows Pred.
Oh, church. What has the church done for me? I say, me donations.
Yeah, to be fair, this church does more than most churches, so. Yoder is a good man. You hear that? It's difficult to see at night.
No. This guy looks really
That's wise, wise knowledge. Yep, new to Project Ember.
Yep, Urbunkle's favorite guy.
Now he's a little different from how he is in Fire Emblem 7, but he's definitely solid, and he's a free deployment this chapter. He has the sick facial hair update. Okay, so I have to point out, you notice how that Olden Lance has one use? So that
Huh.
special lance that Lowen gave you,
Mm-hmm.
that is not to be used as a weapon whatsoever. That should be given to Marcus, and he needs to use it as an item. Essentially, had you been using Marcus, that Olden Lance will like raise all of his stats by like several points.
You sure my Marcus is dead?
Well, you have a Nito Memento. Okay, so if you're looking to call reinforcements, all what Roy has to do is talk to Douglas.
No, I guess.
Ooh, grand idea. Okay, so hilariously, this is one of the things I have to point out. Occasionally, Roach will spawn right on top of Roy.
Oh.
Roach should move away on his turn, I hope. And yeah, welcome your expendable army. You don't have to give a damn if these guys die. Even Roach. Although it's preferred that you keep him alive at least.
Oh, is he not instant respawn? Or constant respawn?
So he'll respawn every single time, but I don't know if he levels up if he dies. I don't know if it's like FE7 Merlinus rules in that regard. But I've only ever had him die on me once. And yeah, Roach will always just retreat. He'll never actually permadeath. In addition, if you loot, like, Douglas has a special event that happens upon death. It's not recommended you trigger it until the end game, but I would recommend you keep Douglas alive the entire playthrough. It's not worth. It's not like bad ending or anything like that, but it's not like worth to do either. It's just an Easter egg. Otherwise, indulge in your nighttime map. What do you think of the magic?
There's a lot of it.
I couldn't remember if somebody has a siege tome up there. It looks like you might be in the clear.
Not yet.
And then, because you're getting closer to burn, I would start being weary of possible flying interference as well. Yeah, you seem to be in the clear of siege tomes for sure, at least for now. Range, unfortunately, doesn't work with those that are hidden. You got this. Deep breaths. By the by, it's worth noting, because I noticed these sim annies, you can turn them off in options, but it's kind of haunting because you don't get to see hit rates or crit rates when you have animations disabled. And maybe it's a psychological thing, but I feel like you're more likely to receive a cheap shot when you can't see it. You know what I mean? At least when you see it, you know it happened in real time. You're
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Range.
At least it's not FE7 ballistas that move. Lady. Tips Fedora. Sorry, I had to at least once.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. I knew someone was gonna make the joke.
The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. You've putting in work.
That Matt? Or what
Yeah,
was
you're
it?
right. It's
Rogue from last
it's
game. Was it?
yeah, it's one of Matthew's children for sure.
One of?
You're close, and I'm assuming that he had several. He had a few support pairings. Actually, no. I don't know. I don't know if he would have had additional kids, considering his wife died. Because remember, him and Layla were going to get married.
No, I don't, because mine got
definitely-
sniped with the ballista.
Oh yeah. So well, yeah, that's right. But in Dread Isle, you find his wife gets got. But I mean, that's the issue with the prequel coming out after the sequel. You know what I mean? I mean, it's why we needed Project Ember to bring in Lowen. I mean, Marcus lives, but that's because he's Marcus. I mean, he's a total G. Marcus carries 9/10 of Fire Emblem 7 on his back.
I don't like Forest.
Yeah, Forest can be a detriment. Yeah, save that hunter's bow. No sense in wasting it now. Well, aside from the Valkyrie. If you have like a clean shot on the Valkyrie with your sniper, you might be able to one-hit KO, but I don't know how open everything else is.
Yeah, he's gonna get nuked by 5 of the mages.
Oh my god. I kind of just comprehended the 3 sages. And it's like, things you don't see when it's not your army.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's
Too much damage.
that's as anti-general as you could ask for a force to be. Yeah.
Send the fodder in for a bit. Ramen a little bit closer.
Now, will the enemy prioritize the crappy green units? Yes. Does that mean it's a sure thing? No. Enemy sniper in range too.
Yeah.
It's always worth worrying just in case they're packing silver or a killer bow.
Sword, of course, why not?
Yuck.
Or Slayer, don't care.
Well, you made the right choice in terms of where to send your literal walls at. And then Phantom Hammer. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. I know it's coming.
I gotta love that. Good old boars. I think you have the only usable boars currently too. Because mine did not get good enough to get the Knight's Crest. Alright, want to know everything? Ooh.
I've definitely had worse.
I mean, yeah. It's like a Barth level up, but like Barth gets strength and defense every single time. I mean, you got HP, and I guess scale something. I mean, hitting enemies becomes an issue late game, so that's always neat. Friendly reminder that if Sue or Shin die, it's bad ending. No, this isn't me a forewarning of anything bad down there, at least to my own knowledge. My memory's not that good.
Oh, I know. I think it was actually either the tower or the one before Sue. There's a couple close calls.
We're gonna get a crit? Aw.
No, it's a double.
Oh, it's a soldier. I'd be insulted if they didn't. Had you have checked those soldiers' stats prior to all of them dying, I'm pretty sure, like, I wouldn't be surprised if most of them had single digits. Sans Roach. Like, soldiers in FE7 had like 1 or 2 speed on a good day. Okay, that wasn't too bad otherwise. You braved it.
Way to go, soldier. Way to steal.
I mean, that's something. Oh, you still have your Riptide too. That's very nice. Do you have iron on Klein?
No, I think I'm.
Aw, man. You only give him expensive stuff. You treat your guys too well.
A lot of things.
You gotta do a little. And that's if it hits, that's entirely safe without repercussion. I mean, 70, I've seen worse than 70. Although I'll swing at anything that's above a 50, to be fair. Depends on how desperate I am. Oh, yay. As a force come to your advantage, they massively cripple the movement of mounts. Granted, that's also kind of hurting you, but...
Yeah.
Does your Riptide kill?
Yeah.
I mean, you've been sitting there hoarding it forever. I was always just curious.
Yeah. God, everyone. That's my biggest fear, is them dogpiling on one person.
Yeah, that's definitely a bad thing.
Still, that is horrifyingly disappointing.
Where's Percival at? Because if he can get... Okay, so, well, does he kill the sage at least? Okay, so I have a stupid idea.
It's
What's Douglas's sword rank?
hey.
Okay, this totally works. This totally works. Depending upon where you locate, like if you Percival like diagonal and you hit both shots, you could potentially give Douglas the brave sword for the sniper. Because I mean, he'll hit 2 times guaranteed.
So even if you do trade and you can still attack.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's Draco. That's the secret. That's why ranged is king, my guy. Being able to trade, being able to rescue and manipulate your army on a moment's notice. Hell yes. Just but here's the catch. You can only trade with one ally. So you can't like trade twice, you'll like totally screw the scheme, but you initiate the trade you'll initiate the trade with Douglas after you'll do your Percival shit. And then Douglas can follow up with the freshly traded weapon. You can also merch and then attack too. A nifty book. So now here's a hot ticket of the day. Is it still viable to do that without nuking Douglas? Because I couldn't lie, I totally tunnel visioned that plan and I sat back and I'm like, ooh man, actually.
Drop.
Eventually, Douglas from his location will receive fire from, I think, enemy can move where the sniper is, where the Valkyrie is, the forest north of a sniper. So Douglas could receive fire from 3 enemies, 4 enemies. Total. If he were to initiate combat. Ew. Yeah, welcome to Air Caliber. So,
yeah.
Does she have the Delphi shield on?
Spellfire is currently actually carrying it.
I don't know if it protects against Air Caliber as well, but I know it defends against bows. I think it's everything. But definitely don't quote me on that. And then, oh, you brought Dragon Tails along too, so there's... And then you could literally trade over anything that's not the Brave Sword, or that's not the Wishblade. Yeah, is that not neat? That's not a bad location, potentially, if you can eliminate one of his targets. So you can for sure kill a mage. Yeah, you have... Ooh, yeah, but decent options. Yeah, the Valkyrie and your Sage are going to be the 2 hugest hurdles in terms of raw magical output.
Well, she's only doing 19.
How fast is she? Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
Drop one of those. That's looking at 21, 32. Just a 10.
Because for sure you can either sage one of them or you can hunting bow the other. You have another possible on the lady. And then yeah, Paladin, he's gonna hit like a truck. But that's physical, and you seem to be more physical oriented on defenses up there.
Drop one. Oh, it's decent. Cooked.
Ooh, delicious. I mean, that's not good. Don't blame me, it's a toughie. I can't necessarily say there's a right answer up there. Or if there is, I at least haven't found it.
I should have brought the dancer.
Oh. I mean, maybe, but who would you have benched?
Good question.
Always is. Well, at least your southern invasion seems to be going successfully.
Yeah,
Tank
we're
units seem to be rolling in.
waiting for the artillery bombardment.
You can always attempt to send Lone in the arena. No, I'm kidding. He might actually get jobbed. Rocking that sick gold trim. All right, now hip question of the day. Are you gonna fight in the arena?
Feel like I need to. Nothing else to get funds.
I mean, it's not the worst idea ever. It just can turn into the worst idea ever very quickly.
Man, I'll get lucky and it'll go after me.
There's a chance that well, at least one of them does. Otherwise, pray. Whether or not you have to restart is dependent on this enemy phase. That's actually looking kind of promising. That means they can't do a three-way on Douglas.
Wow, 1 HP in a dream.
Hey! He kind of caught it there.
He's gonna take that one?
Macy didn't get doubled by the Nomad Trooper.
Yeah, this recovery guy's starting to irritate me.
Well, would you rather he attacked with his spell?
I would prefer them not using a physics on this douche.
Not for XP, right? It's not like Douglas got dealt that much damage.
Wow, killer land.
Yeah, but swung twice without critting. It's actually been a little sad. Thought we'd get the glory of seeing a soldier crit by now. Otherwise, have to hand it to you. No one's died so far. Typically, the first 2 turns are extremely crappy on this map. Do you want to KO with the hunting bow?
Nope.
Ah. Like, oh no, man, that's 0 crit. That's pretty rough. Wow, he got a Draco level up.
Yeah. Ooh, 75. That's apparently works.
That's good enough. Ballsy move, taking disadvantage, but it worked. Honestly, I don't blame you either. That might be a full level up. Also worth noting, Carbuncle confirmed there's a second Divine Stone on the last side chapter. So
yeah.
you don't have to be that worried about breaking yours. Yeah, the weather sure is lovely this time of night in Sakai.
Yeah. High chance of Ballista.
Arrow rain with a sign of pain. Oh.
He's carrying some stuff.
Yeah, he is. He's a walking army. Anything else, if you needed another fodder unit similar to Percival, he's not gonna be as fast or as good, but he's still like decent-ish. You got him. I'm not gonna lie, I was totally gonna call you out had you have insisted of a javelin fight. That would have been like, yes, giving the enemy a chance to counterattack, bold move. Nah, I kid. You're honestly cleaning up pretty nicely.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just waiting for that ballista to finally wake up and start sniping my people. Especially the squishy ones.
Yeah. Well, I mean, oh.
And here we go.
Mine's the
They're
squishy part.
going after the tank.
The squishiest person down there are the green units. The green unit.
The what unit?
Ooh.
Really flying packs.
Oh. Better than you, right? Wyverns. Wyverns are uber scary too. So now that you're starting to see wyverns, it's my duty to remind you that all of your generals can wield bows. So yes, like,
But yeah, downside is I think that's another thing. I'm so short on material or equipment.
there's an armory this chapter.
Yeah, that requires money.
There's an arena this chapter.
It requires luck of not dying.
And money.
Ah, jeez.
Oh, you're facing disadvantage. You can always knife him down. I'm sure you deal 1 point. Maybe 2.
We got a kill.
Oh, that's actually more than I thought.
Ugh.
If he has an Axe Reaver, you're in luck.
First one, let's take. Well, no, because it's not gonna go.
Well, you can always have Geese trade Geese into his Sword Reaver and then take him and run. Yeah, you can totally keep weapon triangle advantage on his Reaver weapon with your own Reaver weapon. You always risk it on the recurve bow. Wait, I guess Fit Silver's a sure thing. So you can either sure thing or you can have fun with it in heavy quotes. By the way, I gotta point out, because of how the hunting bow is scripted, it actually hilariously has 0 super effectiveness against flying enemies.
Ooh. What? Okay, so Axe Reaver, is that double damage or quad damage? What's...
So here's the deal with the Axe Reaver. Essentially, all of that weapon means is that rather than it being bad against axes, like any other lance, it's going to be good against axes. But then I believe because of the Reaver weapon triangle in that regard, it's going to have like enhanced damage. But I believe at most is like 2 points extra. no ×2 or anything like that. Now, if it was a Slayer, that'd be a different story, but it isn't.
Oh, eh.
No. I mean, unless he crits, but
Why do you?
that's assuming he has crit
Why do you
chance.
have to hurt me? Why must you cause me pain?
Well, I feel it's in my place, you know, to be that guy.
Shit.
Oh, yuck. Oh, he's been healing every turn. I mean,
For now. Now he has a
treating
chance
the
to
lady.
kill him.
The lady can't pluck him like a hand fruit.
Nope.
Oh,
One
no.
space. So,
Wow, this has been an episode of learning. And by that I mean, should have brought the dancer.
yeah, that's what I'm feeling here. One less in the ass.
In all things considered, despite the obstacles, no one's died.
I don't know how that plays out. Wyvern moves first and attacks, then yeah, he'll most likely heal. Or he's gonna bolt.
Yeah, that's tough.
Or he's gonna kill Alstolfo.
Does he have enough to want a KO of bolting? Because he sure as smoke won't double.
1 point.
Oh yeah, well, Sulfo has 0 resistance.
Okay. So 10.
And ideally, both enemies target a Sulfo and miss. That's like, that would be high end, you know, grade A turn right there. Worst case scenario, you can always attempt. Oh, never mind. What I said would have probably gotten Klein. Yeah, well, Roy has 27 HP. What's his res?
Not very high, always.
Yeah, good call. He would have lived it, but he would have lived it extremely fucking poorly, and he's a little too close to that wyvern. Near Roy is unfortunately not a bruiser. Now, he could benefit from being thrown in the arena. Asinine, I know, but he has really good growth rates. As long as we're good at mashing B when it looks like he's about to get his ass kicked, i.e. if he gets put up against anything that doesn't have an axe. Well, that's tough too. Axes are kind of scary in this game.
Oh, boars.
Okay. I see you, Lucky 15. Yeah, fucking Boars had you. Boars put you on his back. He said, I got this. Let's go. You can always, no.
Diabetes just cannot be one up. You can't have that shit.
Here I was about to impose this wicked strat of trading the halibut, and Diabetes is like, nah, mate. Hey, go figure, those two just hit for tat on the rivalry. I think eventually they should be able to pick up a support if they haven't had the chance already.
believe,
Okay, cool. Well, because you use them in tandem like this, there's a good chance you might be able to secure B support on this chapter. And because this is a seeds map, it might not be a bad idea to grind that support if you make it to the end and you get to the point where it's just season we get. Best save in the game. So Tiana's rod functions much like physic. Yes, and so 31 HP restored when wielded by heal. And yeah, physic range. So it's really nice. Oh, hold up. Does it really say that homie can just straight up cross the waterfall? Yes, my grits, he totally can. I guess it's just a river tile, but still.
Yeah, but how can he? Over? Yeah, how is he crossing?
Because he can cross river. So, so here's the deal. Promoted foot classes can cross river. Horse classes cannot, unless it's like a nomad trooper, then it can. Nobody can cross ocean unless it's a pirate or a berserker. Yeah, I see you trying to see ballista range. Nice try. Yeah, if you have somebody that has physic, now's definitely a good time to possibly whip that out. He had torch save. That's not the worst thing ever. Because the thing about Fog of War is you never want to end turn with somebody not at full health.
Yeah.
And yeah, the range of first of all, that's unfortunate.
That's just 11. 19.
The Axe Reaver for game. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, good.
He has Varun Sword too. So if a Wyvern goes after him, which I mean, they probably won't, but if he does, then he might be able to gain some health back. Assuming you equip him with it. You could also, and then there's also a plan of moving on the fort.
He's already on the.
I don't know. Oh.
That.
That should work out. Hopefully.
It's just. Mustafa was the one I'm concerned with. You know.
How much health and resistance does Fa have?
28.
You can always move Fa in as well.
She's already in range.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it is a toughie. Hopefully somebody can get to that sage next turn.
Alright, what kind of luck I have? Not good luck.
And cue the copious death scene.
Yeah, maybe I should have healed him. Yep. Go, butter knife, go.
Not TV is.
Type. Not impressed.
Aw. But you otherwise got best outcome.
Yeah. Why?
Hello,
Why,
reinforcements.
Why?
And then probably an enemy from that back fort too, I imagine.
Well, I suppose. Probably. You first.
Not a bad level up. Hey, with any luck, he saves you a use. He has like 72 crit on that. Yeah, it's only 67 looking good, right?
Of course, kids. Here it is.
Astolfo's like,
Run like hell.
he's like a steamed hot dog, but smarter. Yeah, usually heals good enough. Quick, bring out the olives.
Tired. That's why. Why can't you kill?
Well, he's low and can. He has a brave weapon.
Yeah.
I know those sounds. It's a sound of a man constantly making decisions.
I'm just waiting for the surprise.
Well, the big surprise I would imagine was the wyverns. I was hoping you would have seen an exclamation point and it done the dun and then your turn.
It's not
And if somebody
gonna
runs-
let me attack it, huh? That sucks.
Nope. You have to get it into vision. So your best bet is to have one of your generals right next to it, and then go like give vision, and then go for the kill. Absolutely.
Son of a bitch. Well,
What we'd expect.
hopefully the attack team do or can tank whatever they throw. You, on the other hand, sir, need to not be dying. I can see it. As far as I thought.
And that's its max range. It can't move and extend that because the ballista is stationary. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, this is incentive to use arena. Are any bows? Oh, you're not gonna look at everything?
I have $1,600.
Yeah, but homie, hear me out, right? I know. I'm not saying you buy anything, but you can still look at everything and then back out of the shop. It's not gonna waste your movement to see what they sell, because if you do arena or do any of that, you're probably gonna want to replenish. The actual bow options here. That Sword Slayer is pretty good. That's super effective. Oh my god, actually, hear me out. If you grind money in the arena, it would be worth your effort to get the Sword Slayer that they sell here. That thing is, if you press R to bring up the information on it, that is super effective, 3 times weapon damage against sword specialized units, sword masters. There's a sword master boss in 2 chapters from here, and nothing is a larger pain in the ass to defeat than one of those sitting on a throne. And that can allow you to make quick work against enemies like that. I didn't even know if I had that there. I didn't visit the shop when I went my playthrough of this chapter.
So how does this arena thing work?
Okay. So huge rule of thumb and tips and trips. Rule of thumb number 1, pre-promoted units, they can work and will usually be okay. But when you enter the arena, because you can back out and have it not waste your turn. So he's gonna tell you about a wager. Okay, so here's the deal. The gold amounts will vary anywhere from like high 500s to over 1,000. The higher the gold, the shittier the fight. Straight up. My sweet spot, I like fights that are around $600. Like 600 range is typically where I like to keep it. I think once you dip like 700 flat, but once you get above $700, like 750, whatever, that's when you start getting some unfavorable matchups. So yeah, I'd press no, because you can re-enter the arena as many times as you want, and it'll change. So now, assuming you get a fight that you like, what's going to happen is they're going to battle. They are going to auto-battle with... Oh, that's even worse. They're going to auto-battle with the iron weapon equivalencies of their weapon ranks. For example, Hugh in this case would be using the Fire Tome. No, that's awful.
It keeps getting worse.
If you feel like you're not gonna kill them, you can press B and get out of the arena if you think you're gonna die. And by pressing I mean frantically mash it like a madman. Trick though is praying that you double them. That's probably a good fight. Okay, that's probably not the greatest fight actually. Be prepared to possibly mash B. Okay, so you might be mashing B. I'm hoping this doesn't get Hugh killed. It shouldn't. Oh, actually, you're gonna be okay here. You're totally gonna be okay here. I was worried he was gonna double you. That's why I was like getting ready to mash B. Then yeah, you get double prize money. That easy, or that simple. And then ideally you have a stave user close by so they can reap free experience as well, healing your mangled corpse up.
Okay.
But yeah, the big trick though is essentially there's a difference in delay when it's like them attacking, like when the combat round. That's
game. That's game. I forgot about the guy. You mentioned it too. You mentioned it and I fucking spaced it.
no.
Sniped in the back.
No.
Wah, wah. So much for makeup.
Oh, it's so unfortunate.
Ow. Next Monday. I'm gonna have progress without carbon.
It was going so good for you too.
Knew I was forgetting something.
Oh man.
Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, at least this one I feel hope compared to that one donut fortress kiting Douglas around.
Oh, for sure. Why do you have Roy with an armor slayer anyway?
I don't remember why I
Does
ended
that-
up with it. I think I traded it at one point.
Like I'm sitting here thinking about, like, man, he probably.
I don't know
lost
why he
so
had
much-
it equipped, to be honest. Because I don't think he's ever used it.
He might have still been doubled even with the rapier though. Your Roy needs a lot of training, and it's highly recommended that you force feed him levels.
I
know it's hard. But he goes from 0 to hero in this variation of the game. In the main game, he usually goes from 0 to 0.
Well, with that being said, the game has officially crashed, so we can call it there.
Not a bad idea.
So, see you next time.